Hey Penzi, so I know I look like crap. 6 hours later and like 2 more hours I'm still stuck here. I'm stuck at the Dubai airport. I missed my flight to Cyprus, but I'm going to do a story time and explain this why. I just feel like crying, yani. So I'm stuck here till 11 p.m. and right now it's 10:30. So what am I going to be doing for all those hours that are left? So I'm supposed to leave at 11 p.m. Dubai to Bahrain. I'm going to stay there for like 9 hours, then Bahrain to Cyprus. Anyway, bora uhai. I think I'm going to explain all these mishaps in like another video because I just can't right now. I can't. Hey Mpenzi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Esther, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and also hit that bell notification button so that you're notified every time I post a new video. Please do that because it really supports my channel and I really work hard to put out great content.
What you get is what you see, and I bring me.
I want to tell you guys a story about how I got stranded at the Dubai airport for like 20 hours approximately. I think it felt like a century, but I think it was around 20 hours. So my dad booked a ticket for me. I had an option of traveling from Nairobi or traveling from Mombasa, but then I just had too much to carry and I didn't want to like travel from Nairobi, to be honest, because I would have been forced to like board the train then take a flight from Nairobi. So that was a no for me. So my dad booked a flight for me from Mombasa to Nairobi, Nairobi to Dubai, Dubai to Bahrain, then Bahrain to Cyprus. So the day came, I was flying from Mombasa to Dubai using Kenya Airways, then Dubai to Cyprus I used Gulf Air. To be honest, I really thought that Kenya Airways would disappoint me because they don't have like a good reputation, but surprisingly it went well with Kenya Airways. So the D-Day comes, we got the airport, and then this guy tells me that I have excess luggage. So one suitcase was supposed to be 23 kilograms. So one was 23 kilograms, but the other one was like 29, I think 29. Yeah, so I took some of my clothes and stuffed them in my hand luggage, actually my laptop bag. So I stuffed a few clothes in my laptop bag, then I removed my laptop bag and I removed my laptop, then I carried my laptop on my hand. So it was really stressful. So I get there, okay, everything is fine. I get my boarding pass from Mombasa to Nairobi, then Nairobi to Dubai. Everything was fine. I thank God for that attendant because I wasn't really hassled a lot, apart from, you know, trying to remove my clothes and stuff them in my laptop bag. Okay, so Mombasa to Nairobi was okay, no hiccups. Nairobi to Dubai, 5-hour flight. It was tiresome, but it was still good. So I reached Dubai. I was supposed to have like a 6-hour layover, so I decided, you know what, let me go just try and edit a video at the airport, and then 3 hours to my flight I'm gonna check in, because that's what those guys say, that check-in starts 3 hours to time. So I actually got there at around 7, was it 7? Because my flight was leaving at 9. So I got there at around was it 7 or 6:30? I'm not quite sure, around there. I got there and you know, I give them everything they needed, and then they tell me that you need a return ticket. I was like, what? They're like, yeah, you need a return ticket. If you're traveling to Cyprus, you need a return ticket, and the return ticket should be Gulf Air. I was like, excuse me? Okay, so you guys know I came to Cyprus for school. Okay, if you didn't know, now you know. I came to Cyprus for school. So the school really didn't tell me that I needed a return ticket. And the people I got here, by the way, I asked around, the people I got here, they told me that no airline asked them for a return ticket. Anyway, this was my first time traveling out of Africa, so I really don't know. I may be ignorant about that, I don't know. Anyway, so I didn't have a return ticket, and also I had excess luggage again, because Gulf Air was like, all your suitcases, because I had 2 suitcases, so everything should be 30 kgs and I had 46 kgs. The excess luggage was not really the issue, because okay, my dad would have sorted that out. The main issue was I didn't have a return ticket. I was like, so what am I gonna do? Remember, I'm supposed to catch my flight at 9. Time is running. So I try you know, texting my cousin, because first of all, I'm in a foreign country, my SIM card doesn't work there. Luckily there's Wi-Fi at the airport, so I text my cousin because I couldn't reach my brother, I couldn't reach my dad, they were all asleep. So I text my cousin. I don't know what she was doing at that time of the night, because you know, Dubai and Kenya have a time difference, I don't know. So I text my cousin, and my cousin tells my brother tells my dad. So we're having this back and forth communication. And remember, they had to send me credit so that they can call me, because if I didn't have credit on my phone, they couldn't reach me. And luckily he gave me some money to travel with, so he just told me to use the money I had to book the return ticket. So I booked the return ticket. Of course, I missed my flight. I booked the return ticket. I paid for the excess luggage, and also I had to pay more money to reschedule my flight. So it's around 10 o'clock right now. Then it was around 10 o'clock. So they tell me the next flight is at 11 p.m. I've already waited for 6 hours. Then now I'm going to wait for more hours till 11 p.m. in the night. Anyway, I had no choice. At this time, I haven't eaten anything. Food at the airport is expensive. I have euros with me. I didn't have dollars, I had euros. And the exchange rate at the airport is not really favorable. And at that moment also, eating was an issue. I just wanted to leave the airport and travel to Cyprus. That's what I wanted. So okay, they tell me the flight is at 11 p.m. Then when I reach Bahrain, because Dubai to Bahrain is like 1 hour flight, so they tell me that Dubai to Bahrain is 1 hour. Then in Bahrain I'll have to wait for like 9 hours, because the flight from Bahrain to Cyprus was what time was the flight? I think 9. I think 9 in the morning. So at that moment I was like, you know what, I really don't care, just get my ticket and let me leave, you know. So I booked the ticket and everything. I sort everything out. So I wait for 11 p.m. Around 8 o'clock I was supposed to like check in. Then I go there, I give them my papers and everything, and then this attendant, a different attendant, tells me, okay, so this is your visa, this is your passport and everything. And then it's like he couldn't understand what was written on my visa. Cyprus is they have Greeks here, so the visa was written in partly Greek, partly English. So, but when you look at the visa, the first thing you see is the Greek. So it's like he couldn't really understand it. So this guy tells me that I'll have to call the airline manager to come and see if I can check you in, because I really can't check you in. I was like, are these people joking? Are these people joking? Are they serious? They don't want me to go to Cyprus. They don't. I was like, okay. The first problem I had, I didn't have a return ticket. I didn't have I had excess luggage. Now they're telling me he can't check me in because, okay, I don't know, but I just felt like it's because maybe he didn't understand my visa, like he couldn't read or something. Anyway, so I wait for the manager, but every 5 minutes I was like, where's the manager? Because at 10 o'clock you guys will be closing your gate, saying check-in time is like done. So I wait for the manager. The manager comes, he makes calls. He just told me, have a seat. Right now my heart is pounding. My dad is calling me like, what's up, what's going on? I'm like, can you just wait? My brother is also calling me, asking me what's going on. I'm like, could you guys just wait? I will tell you guys like when everything is sorted out, because I'm stressed. The manager is stressing me, everyone is stressing me. I'm getting stresses everywhere. So I was like, guys, chill. I'll call you when I get the answers to everything. So the manager comes. Apparently he called some migration people here in Cyprus, asking them blah 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 blah. Yeah, so he asked me like, do you have the 2,000 euros that you're supposed to use to like get into Cyprus, because it was like a requirement for me to like get into Cyprus. Now you guys know I already used my cash to pay for my return ticket, pay for my excess luggage, pay to reschedule my flight, so I didn't really have a lot of cash at hand. So I had 700 euros with me, I think. Yeah, I had 700 euros with me, and then I had 1,500 euros on MoneyGram, because my dad sent me money through MoneyGram, so that when I get to Cyprus I can like take the money to from MoneyGram. So I tell him, no, I don't have the money in cash, but I have it sent to me through MoneyGram. So I show him the receipt. He was a bit hesitant, but he was like, you know what, okay, fine, we'll allow you to travel, but when you reach in Cyprus, make sure you show them this receipt, blah 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 blah. I was like, thank you Jesus. So at this moment the gate is people are almost boarding, so I'm like rushing. I have my laptop, I have my bag, my suitcases were I had obviously checked them in, so I'm really like stressed out. So I go there. Luckily at the gate people were still seated, people had not started boarding yet, so I sit down to like catch a breath. It was stressful. So I fly from Dubai to Bahrain. Then I get to Bahrain. I had to like wait there for 9 hours. I was hungry at this time. Oh, I forgot to tell you, in Dubai there was this Nigerian guy who was kind enough to like buy me food, because he saw me at the airport since morning, and he was also flying at night. So when he came at around lunchtime, he saw me seated at the same position. I was just on my phone. Then he was like, you've been here since morning, have you, in a Nigerian accent, you've been here since morning, have you had anything to eat? I was like, no, I haven't eaten anything, food here is expensive and everything. He was like, you know what, come with me. I don't know if I'm getting the Nigerian accent right. So he takes me to the airport restaurant. He buys me like was it a sandwich, I think, and a soda, so at least I was good. Anyway, let's go back to the main story. In Bahrain I had to wait for 9 hours. So I got there at the airport lounge. I see a few people like sleeping on the floor. The floor was a little bit carpeted. Yeah, the floor was carpeted. So I see a few people sleeping, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sleep next to these people. So I put my bags like in a way they look like a pillow because I didn't want anyone to take my stuff when I'm asleep. So I placed my bag there, everything. I plugged my phone on the charger. So somebody's like looking at me filming. Anyway, so I sleep for the hours that were remaining. Then at around 6 I wake up and I go to a restaurant at the hotel because the airline was providing breakfast. So I go have breakfast, then at the receptionist, and then at the reception I meet this guy and he asked me like, where are you from? I said Kenya. Then he was like, Mambo. I was like, oh my god, poor sana. So this just this guy working at the airport restaurant, he's a Kenyan. So yeah, we say hi, I have my breakfast, then I go back waiting for, you know, my flight to Cyprus. So finally 9 o'clock reached. Then I board the plane, we fly to Cyprus. I get here, they didn't even check my visa. Like they just saw the blue slip and they're like, ah, okay, fine, you're a student. I say yes, I'm a student. They take my passport, they stamp it. They didn't even ask if I have the 2,000 euros that was needed for me to get into Cyprus. Nothing. They didn't ask me anything. Like, it's like I just walked into Cyprus, like, you know, smoothly, like sure. Like they didn't disturb me at all. So luckily I had arranged airport pickup thanks to my enrollment counselor. He was very understanding, because when I was stuck in Dubai, he called me. He said, don't worry, we're going to arrange airport pickup for you. They're going to pick you up, don't worry. So I get there and I find like a taxi guy holding a placard with my name on it. I was like, thank you, Jesus. So this guy helps me, you know, helps me get my bags and everything. Then he takes me to school. So I go to school and I'm like, yeah, I arranged for my accommodation, and this is where my accommodation is and everything. So they're like, okay, so if you arrange for your accommodation, then you aren't supposed to come here, you're supposed to go to the accommodation place. I was like, oh my god, I have 2 suitcases and I have a laptop bag with me that is stuffed with clothes, and my laptop I'm carrying it using my hand. So I'm like, but don't worry, we're gonna call you a taxi, don't worry. So the taxi guy comes, and this taxi guy takes me somewhere else. Like, okay, it's just close by, but he takes me to another building that's not my accommodation area, and this guy charges me 7 euros. 7 euros. Anyway, so the guy takes me there, and so when I'm talking to this receptionist, she's like, oh no, you're not supposed to come here, actually it's the next building, it's right, you just cross the road. And I'm like, so how am I going to do this? I have 2 big suitcases, I have all this stuff. And she was like, too bad, we'll have to like call you another taxi. And I'm like, I want to go back home. Like, I can't. I want to go back home. So again, they called me another taxi, and this guy charges me another 7 euros. First of all, he couldn't even speak English. He was like, welcome to Cyprus, welcome to Cyprus. Right now I am really pissed. I don't feel welcomed at all. Anyway, they take me to my accommodation area. I reach here. Remember, I had used my money at the Dubai airport, so I'm supposed to pay money for my accommodation because I had only paid my deposit. So they tell me the amount of money I'm supposed to pay. I don't have enough, so they called me another taxi to send me to the town center so that I can withdraw money from the MoneyGram. Remember, my dad had sent me money through MoneyGram. So this taxi guy was very helpful. Actually, he understood English, so he takes me to the city center to look for MoneyGram. Cyprus, I mean where I am, Nicosia, they only have 3 MoneyGram shops. and all of those 3 MoneyGram shops, they didn't have money. They didn't have money. So I'm like, so what am I going to do? I'm supposed to pay for my accommodation. They don't have money. I don't know. So this taxi guy calls the accommodation people, telling them that we've gone to the 3 MoneyGram shops, they don't have money and everything. So he gives me my phone, he gives me his phone to talk to the accommodation people. So I try to explain to them, like, I have the money, but I cannot withdraw the money because the MoneyGram people, they don't have money. So they're like, okay, fine, just come back and we're going to sort you out. So I come here, then they're like, we're gonna give you 1 week free stay. So I was like, okay, fine. 1 week I would have sorted myself out. So I tell my dad what happened. Then my dad says that he's going to, like, you know, take the money from MoneyGram, take it back, and then he's gonna do like a bank transfer directly to the accommodations bank account. So luckily the following day my dad does the money transfer. I go and give the accommodation people my receipt, and they're like, okay, fine. So they do something in the computer, and you know, they extend my stay here. Guys, flying to Cyprus was just stressful for me. It was really stressful. At one moment I was like, you know what, I don't even want to come here. I want to go back home. I want to go home, and I don't know, I just didn't want anything to do with Cyprus because it was just bad. Trust me, I'm not gonna use Gulf Air again. Never. I'd rather fly with Emirates. I'm not using Gulf Air again. If Kenya Airways was flying to Cyprus, I would be so happy, because they would have given me boarding passes from Mombasa to Cyprus, and I wouldn't like have had any hassle anywhere. Anyway, it's all good, it's fine. I'm fine. I've stayed here for 1 week now. I've settled in. I've met a few friends. I've made a few friends. I've also met a few Kenyans, and I think so far so good. I've already started my classes, and it's so far so good. So far so good, that's what I can say. So I'm just hoping for the best. I'll be here for 1.5 years, because that's the my master's is running for 1.5 years. So I'm just hoping for the best, you know. So guys, that marks the end of this video. I hope you liked it. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you liked the video. Make sure you also subscribe, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye.